choosing peace. For a long time, I thought peace would come when everyone finally understood. I don't think I would have said it that way at the time, but looking back, I can see it clearly. Whenever there was tension, I wanted to explain. Whenever there was a misunderstanding, I wanted to clear it up. Whenever a relationship became strained, I found myself replaying conversations, searching for better words, and wondering if one more explanation might finally bring us to the same place. Part of that came from genuinely caring about people. I don't enjoy conflict. I don't enjoy hurting people. Most of us don't. But another part came from something I didn't recognize until much later. I believed that if people truly understood my heart, they would understand my decisions. If they knew the whole story, they would see why certain choices had been made. If they understood the circumstances, they would stop questioning the outcome. What I've slowly come to realize is that I wasn't actually pursuing peace. I was pursuing approval. Not the kind that seeks applause, the quieter kind. The kind that wants reassurance. The kind that wants the people you love to say, "I understand." The problem is that understanding isn't something we can force. Over the years, I've learned that people can know the circumstances and still disagree with the conclusion. They can understand your reasons and still resent your decision. They can know your heart and still choose a version of the story that is easier for them to live with. That realization was painful because I genuinely believed truth would settle things. I believed that if people knew enough, understood enough, and saw enough, we would eventually arrive at the same conclusion. Life rarely works that way. We all interpret one another through the lens of our own experiences, disappointments, expectations, and fears. The same decision can look like wisdom to one person and rejection to another. The facts remain unchanged. Perspective rarely does. There is a temptation, especially for those of us who value relationships, to spend years trying to manage other people's perceptions. We explain ourselves repeatedly. We revisit old conversations. We provide context that was never requested because we quietly believe understanding will finally produce peace. It never does. It only produces exhaustion. Eventually, I found myself returning to Isaiah's words. "You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you." I had read that verse many times before. But one day, I noticed what it did not say. It doesn't say God gives perfect peace to those who are perfectly understood, or perfectly defended, or perfectly vindicated. Peace isn't found when everyone agrees with us. Peace is found when our trust rests in God instead of in someone else's approval. That realization didn't move the sadness away. There are still relationships I wish had unfolded differently. There are still people I hope understand someday. But I no longer believe my peace has to wait for that day to come. For a long time, I thought peace would arrive when everyone finally understood. What I eventually realized was that peace had never been waiting for their approval. It had been waiting for my trust.